You've seen it. Your dog is sitting there looking totally normal, and then you get the look. Not a full head turn, not a bark, just the eyes sliding sideways like they're judging your life choices in real time. Most people laugh and go, "Oh my God, side eye." But here's the truth. That side eye can be one of the biggest, clearest messages your dog ever sends you. And if you learn to read it, you can prevent bites, reduce anxiety, build trust faster, and honestly, become the kind of person your dog actually feels safe with. So let's break down what your dog's side eye means, why it happens, and what you should do the moment you see it. Number 1, that side eye is often a stress signal, not attitude. A lot of the time, what people call side eye is something behavior people often call whale eye. It's when a dog looks away but keeps their eyes locked on something, and you can sometimes see the whites of their eyes more than usual. It's not your dog being sassy. It's your dog saying, "I'm uncomfortable, and I'm trying really hard not to escalate this." This is the part that surprises people. Dogs don't usually go from fine to bite like a switch flips. They climb a ladder, small signals first, subtle ones. Ones that humans ignore because we're obsessed with obvious stuff like growling. But whale eye is often one of those earlier rungs. Think of it like your dog's polite warning. Not aggressive, not dramatic, just a quiet, controlled, "Please stop." And the reason it looks like side eye is because the dog is doing 2 things at once: avoiding direct confrontation while still monitoring the situation. Which brings us to number 2. It's a conflict signal. Your dog wants space, but they're trying to stay safe. Dogs live in a world of social rules. One of those rules is that staring can be confrontational. So when a dog is uneasy, they'll often turn their head slightly away to reduce tension. But here's the catch. They still need to keep track of what's stressing them out. So you get that sideways eye. Head slightly turned, eyes tracking you, or the person, or the object. This can happen in moments that look totally normal to us, like you leaning over them for a cuddle, a kid walking up too fast, someone trying to pull them off the couch, a hand reaching toward their collar, a stranger hovering over them at a cafe. The dog isn't being naughty, they're trying to manage conflicting emotions. I don't want trouble, but I also don't feel safe. And if you've ever had a human moment where you wanted to leave a situation but didn't want to be rude, yeah, same vibe, just with more fur. Number 3, the side eye is often the moment before the moment. This is where the stakes get real. Side eye frequently shows up right before a dog freezes, growls, snaps, or tries to flee. It's not the only sign, but it's a big one because it often appears during restraint. Restraint can be physical, like a dog being held while someone hugs them or clips their nails. But it can also be social restraint, like a dog choosing not to react because they've learned humans don't like it. And that's important. A dog can be uncomfortable and still silent. Silence isn't consent. Silence can be a dog trying to cope. Here's a real example that happens all the time. A dog is lying down. Someone leans in for a hug. The dog doesn't move, but you see the eyes shift sideways and the mouth goes tight. Everyone thinks, "Oh, they're tolerating it." But what the dog might be saying is, "I'm trapped. Please don't." And when that keeps happening, the dog learns that subtle signals don't work. That's when you get out of nowhere snaps. Except it wasn't out of nowhere. We just missed the earlier chapters. Number 4, side-eye isn't guilt, it's your dog reading you. Let's talk about the classic scene. You come home, there's a shredded pillow, your dog looks away with that side eye and tucked posture, and you go, they know they did wrong. But research and behavior observation over the years has pointed to something more accurate. Dogs are incredibly good at reading human body language and tone. That guilty look tends to show up because your dog is responding to you, your posture, your facial expression, your voice, not because they're morally reflecting on pillow destruction like a tiny philosopher. So the side eye here often means, you seem upset. I'm trying to keep this peaceful. That's not nothing. It's actually a sign your dog is tuned into you. It's bonding in a messy, human way. Your dog is scanning your mood and attempting to de-escalate. And this is where you get a relationship choice. You can punish that look and make your dog more anxious, or you can see it as communication and respond like someone your dog can trust. Number 5, side-eye comes in clusters. You need the whole sentence, not one word. One of the biggest mistakes people make is treating one signal like a verdict. Side-eye by itself doesn't always mean I'm terrified. It means I'm monitoring something while avoiding direct engagement. The meaning depends on the rest of the body. So look at the full picture. Is the mouth closed and tight, or soft and slightly open? Is the body stiff or loose and wiggly? Are the ears pinned back or neutral? Is there a frozen stillness or gentle movement? Are you also seeing lip licking, yawning, turning away, paw lift, or sudden scratching? Because dogs don't talk in single words. They talk in sentences. Side-eye with a loose body during play might mean I'm being silly and dramatic. Side-eye with stiffness and a hard mouth might mean I'm close to my limit. Side-eye paired with backing away might mean I want space and I'm asking nicely. If you learn to read the sentence, you stop guessing. And when you stop guessing, you stop accidentally pushing your dog past their threshold. Number 6, sometimes side-eye is a sign of guarding, especially around resources, spaces, or people. This one matters because it's one of the most misunderstood. If your dog gives side-eye when you approach their food bowl, a chew, a toy, their bed, or even a person they're bonded to, it can be early resource guarding. Not dominance, not they're trying to be alpha. More like, this matters to me, and I'm worried you're going to take it. Dogs who resource guard often start with subtle signals, hovering, freezing, head lowering over the item, and yes, side-eye. And here's the tricky bit. Humans accidentally make guarding worse all the time by testing the dog. Reaching in, grabbing the bowl, tugging the chew away, staring them down. From the dog's perspective, you just confirmed their fear. Yup, you are going to take it. A smarter approach is changing the emotional association. You approach, good things happen. You walk by, you toss a higher value treat. You don't reach. You don't punish the warning signs. You build trust. Because warning signs are a gift. A dog who warns is still trying to communicate safely. Number 7, side-eye can also be social checking. Your dog tracking you for information. Not all side-eye is stress. Sometimes it's your dog doing what dogs do best, watching their humans. Dogs evolved alongside us. They're unusually skilled at following human gestures, reading attention, and syncing their behavior to ours. A sideways glance can be your dog saying, "What's next?" Or, "Are we good?" Or, "Are you watching this?" You see this in training a lot. You pick up the leash and your dog side-eyes you like, "Don't lie to me, I know what that means." You open the treat cupboard and they glance sideways like, okay, I'm calm, I'm calm, I'm calm. You're talking to another dog owner and your dog is checking if this interaction is safe. In a secure dog, that look is often about connection, staying linked to you. In an anxious dog, it can become hypervigilance, constantly scanning for changes. Same behavior, different emotional engine. Which leads to the most important part. Number 8, what you do in the moment can either build trust or teach your dog their signals don't matter. So your dog gives side-eye. Now what? First, pause whatever you're doing. Literally stop. That alone can lower pressure. Then ask, what about this moment could be uncomfortable? Common triggers include hands reaching toward face or collar, leaning over the dog, hugs, restraint, tight cuddles, crowded spaces, kids moving fast or unpredictable, other dogs too close, being disturbed while resting, handling sensitive spots like paws, ears, tail. Your job isn't to force your dog to get over it in that moment. Your job is to lower intensity and give them agency. That might look like turning your body sideways instead of looming, backing up a step, calling them to you instead of grabbing them, offering a treat to create a positive association, giving them an escape route, letting them choose whether to approach. And here's a big one. Don't punish the signal. If you punish side-eye, growling, or showing discomfort, you don't make the dog better. You make the dog quieter. And a quiet dog who's still uncomfortable is where bites come from. You want your dog to communicate early and safely. Reward that communication by listening. Number 9, the deeper meaning is this. Your dog is constantly negotiating safety in your relationship. This is the part that hits people in the chest a little. Dogs don't have the luxury of saying, hey, I'm overwhelmed. Can we take a break? They have body language. They have tiny signals. They have side-eye. When your dog gives you that look, they're not trying to be difficult. They're telling you where the edge of their comfort is. And every time you notice it and respond gently, you teach your dog, you don't have to shout. I hear you when you whisper. That's what trust is. Not a dog who tolerates everything. Not a dog who never complains. Trust is a dog who believes you'll listen before they have to escalate. So the next time you get the side-eye, don't just laugh it off. Smile, sure, because those are hilarious. But also take it seriously. Because that look might be your dog's way of saying, I want to stay close to you, but I need you to meet me halfway. And if you do, if you keep meeting them halfway, your relationship stops being about obedience and starts being about safety, understanding, and real connection. That's when you don't just have a dog who behaves. You have a dog who trusts you.